The culture within the organisation is a blue-collar organisation. So these guys get to work at 7 a.m, do your job, get it done right, home at 4 p.m, or
to the pub.
Or to the pub, potentially, for a beer after work. Okay, so that's the nature of the organisation. People like it and they get it. So what that's meant is, to sum it up, what that's meant is we have an organisation that is, it's formalised, it's centralised, it's homogenised, maybe it's not homogenised, but you know what I mean. You get that sense that this is a very centrally controlled organisation. For you as shareholders, what that means is we've been able to extract the maximum profit with the minimum input. So colloquially what that means is what we're doing is called sweating the asset. Now, and that's worked very well for us. The issue has come in the last couple of years when what's happened is the government has announced the National Broadband Network. Now, ultimately, that's going to mean absolute devastation for our organisation. In the intervening time, it's going to be rolled out over a period of 4 years. So the devastation isn't going to happen straight away. It's going to happen incrementally, but these guys get that. They know what's going on. They know that their jobs aren't certain and that it's going to finish within a limited time frame. So the danger is, of course, the good ones leave and the rest just don't have jobs at the end. So it's a very bad situation for the employees. To give you an example, the universal service obligation, they'll do, or maybe not, they'll do the universal service obligation, but they'll do it to the absolute letter of the law rather than the spirit of the law. What it's going to mean for these guys in management, they're going to watch 40 years of their life just disappear before their eyes. So their morale is going to be extremely low. So for the shareholders, for you guys, what you're going to see is absolute capital destruction, and so you guys are going to be left with nothing. What it means for the customer, well, you know, the NBN's available, you know, the customers aren't really going to care, they're just going to go to the NBN, get the same service. So yeah, meh, they're not going to care too much. Okay, so at this point, we're in a pretty bad situation. But everybody gets it, and everybody understands that if they're not prepared to change, there's nothing at the other end. Okay, so now we need to have a think about what we're going to do about it.
Okay, thanks Paul. So like Paul said, there are a few problems that we're facing. If we don't change, we're goners. So we've got a few options. One of those options is to sell the business. If we sold the business, then it's pretty low risk, but it's not really going to give us any good returns at the end of the day. Employers all lose their jobs, managers lose all their hard work, and the shareholders aren't really going to get any good returns because you guys, as you know, this is an old system. Who's going to buy an old system? It's sort of like buying a VCR nowadays. You're not going to get much money for it if you sold that. The other option is to mine our infrastructure. We've got thousands of tonnes of copper all throughout Australia that we can pull out of the ground and sell off to the market. And copper is quite a valuable resource, so we can get a good amount of money for that. But the problem with that is it's only a temporary solution. At the end of the day, the employees and managers are still going to lose their jobs, and we'll actually be in a worse position because the NBN will be rolled out by that stage, and we won't have any other options. Another option is to go to the 4G or wireless technologies. Now this is really exciting. There's only one major challenge with this, and that's we need to go up against the government. So it's a pretty big challenge. But so long as we do the right thing by our consumers, treat them fairly and equitably and give them a good product or service, then the government should be rather supportive of us. So to demonstrate why 4G is really quite good, I want to just illustrate what these systems like. So this is CAN. So this is our copper network. It's pretty simple. Can you hear me, Paul? So it works. It's pretty basic, and that's that. The broadband, national broadband, is basically the same thing, except that you've just got a bigger wire. So you can get more information going down there, but at the end of the day, you're still going to have those same troubles that more people are coming in, they demand more, they want more information, it's going to reach its limits. Now with 4G, what's really exciting about this is that we can really connect to all of you really quickly, and all we need to do is put our high-tech tower down. There's our tower, and you're all connected.